Welcome to the Handicapping Weekender. This is a Friday edition for the 2013 Kentucky Oaks Grade 1 Stakes Race at Churchill Downs. It is the 11th race for a 3-year-old fillies with a $1 million purse going a mile and an eighth on the main track. And just from looking at it, this is a pretty competitive field. There's definitely plenty of speed in here, and I expect a solid pace. One thing I did do is I crossed out quite a few horses. These are kind of one-dimensional horses that I think are going to need the lead. They're going to be bunching up close, within a couple lengths of each other, I suspect. Um, so I ended up crossing out the 1 and the 2, especially the 2, Midnight Lucky, who just ran at Sunland Downs on a gigantically speed-favoring track there. Ended up winning by 8. And in that particular race, I actually liked Countess Curlin, who finished 3rd, but this was just a runaway winner. All day, the horses that were getting out front were just blazing fast fractions and keeping everybody at bay. So I ended up crossing out those 2. The 1 just ran at it's not Turfway Park at a mile on the poly track, battled most of the way and hung on by a nose. I ended up just crossing that horse out, I think making his second start after that particular layoff. That race is not going to move this horse forward. We come down to the 3, Beholder, the money earning horse in this race with $1.575 million earned. I actually like this horse in the Santa Anita Oaks, ended up paying 30 cents on the dollar. Grabbed the lead, ran away. One thing I did want to mention is if you look back to this race in November, in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, this horse actually grabbed the lead, kept it, and beat Dreaming of Julia in this particular race. I'm not sure if it's going to have that type of race that it's just going to get a nice easy lead, especially with all the speed in here. So this is another horse that, I'm going to cross out. It's going to be low price, probably 7-2, 3-1. Has Garrett Gomez. Not a huge fan of Garrett on the lead, especially with other speed horses in here. So cross out the 1, 2, 3. The one horse I did keep on this first page is the 4, Unlimited Budget. I think this horse will probably get the best trip out of any of the other horses. From the looks of the past performances, she likes to sit off the pace and make her run. So I don't think she's going to be affected too much by the pace of the race. I think it'll be good for her to run into. So I'm going to keep this horse. Morning line 7-2. If you can get 7-2 or above, this will probably be a decent bet to win. I crossed out the 5. I don't really see this horse improving too much. It's already been beaten by Unlimited Budget and Flashy Gray, who subsequently scratched with a bruised foot. So moving on to the second page, I ended up crossing out the 6 and 7. I just don't see these horses being the caliber for this particular race to actually win. Could fill out the exotics, so that's just something to keep an eye on. I did keep Dreaming of Julia. This is my 2 contender race, I think. I don't think she's going to run that huge 114 buyer, especially, she got that because she won by nearly 22 lengths. So even if you took 1.5 points, per length, she's still running in the 90s there. So I definitely think she'll run in between, 86 and 100, probably even 90 and 100, maybe 95 and 100. So I think she's going to run pretty well. She does look like she can sit off the pace, so I think she may get the jump on Unlimited Budget going into the stretch. I would not play her off her last buyer. That's just way too big, especially thinking about that particular race where she turned the tables on Live Lively, and the only other contender in that particular race was Emollient, who subsequently shipped up to Keeneland a week later and ended up wiring the field, ran away at 8-1. So I think this may be a little bit tougher spot for Dreaming of Julia, but I think she'll be up to the task. I ended up crossing out the 9 and the 11 just because I think they're the one-dimensional type, need the lead horses, so I don't think the pace is going to set up very well for them. So for me, this is a 2-contender race with Dreaming of Julia of the 1-2 catch going into the stretch and Unlimited Budget trying to run her down. So should you get involved, good luck. I think my bets will be 4 to win and an exacta box 4-8. Good luck.